Coming back with another Forza full video, and that's right, by the title you guessed it, today's video is going to be talking about how to actually snipe the auction house and the best methods that I'm going to be showing to you, and essentially going to be teaching you how to actually snipe some of the rarest cars in the game. And just before I get started on the video, just to ensure you guys, make sure to stick around and watch to the end, as I'll show you how to get some cars like this. And yeah, just like this, if you look on my screen now, I got every single pre-order car in the game, guys. Hornet Hudson, extremely rare cars, Ford Edition, Ford Capri, Forza Edition, DS3 Racing, Camaro, another, and well, basically every single pre-order edition car. There's not really much to say. And I'm going to be saying how you guys can actually get cars like that fairly easily. And of course, one thing, you don't expect to be able to get all of these cars instantly. There is going to be a bit of time that you have to invest in being able to snipe these. Don't expect to go ahead and start sniping and get them within a few minutes. It might take a bit longer than that, but I'm essentially going to be opening up methods for you to maximize your efficiency and increase your overall likelihood of actually acquiring some of these rare vehicles. And I'm also going to be showing you some rhythms or patterns that I like to do when I'm actually sniping, just to ensure that you're getting a likely chance of getting a wider range of vehicles that you're looking to actually achieve, specifically pre-order edition cars. So guys, just before we get started on the video, if you're looking for some tips on auction houses, on auction house sniping or anything like that, or anything related to asking people for help, asking for advice, playing with people, looking to do glitches with people, or talking to me, make sure to join my Discord. There will be a link in the description on the social media area to actually be able to join my Discord, and anyone can join. Discord's free, pretty easy to make an account, it takes a few minutes. And yeah, I definitely recommend doing that. And also guys, make sure to subscribe to stay updated for all future auction house sniping methods, money glitches, and anything that you guys I know that you would like to see. And let's try and hit 100 likes. So guys, make sure you go ahead and do that. And now I'm actually going to be going into the auction house and showing off the first method. Now if you guys are looking for some cheap credits to buy while I just go over there, make sure to head over to u4n.com. You would have seen that u4n.com link in the top of the description. And also you can, it's basically if you use code Mitch for 5% off, you can actually get basically infinite amount of credits extremely cheap. So if you want to spend $2, you can get 22 million credits. How about $5, 55 million credits. So it's really easy, get the cheapest credits in the game. And it's really very easy to do, and I've got a video on that just to show the legitimacy of doing so, of how you can actually do it. And if you want to do that, just go in the description and look for the U4N site video. So the first thing I'm going to be showing in this video is actually how to snipe cars to actually make a credit profit. Now whether this requires skill points or whether it simply requires just trying to get cars and essentially flipping them, what I'm basically going to be showing you is going to be, so start off just profit. So first thing, I'm just going to show standard Bugatti Veyron. So Bugatti Veyron's a pretty good car in this game. It's got a reasonably high demand for a car like this, and it's very easy to snipe them off the auction house for relatively cheap or buy them out for sub 2 million, and that's the price you're going to be looking for. Now when it comes to bidding, there's a good chance that, for example, if I scroll down this bid, this has 21 hours left, and let's assume this was at 1 million. Well, by the time it reaches 3 minutes left, it's probably going to have a lot more bids than what it was initially at. So there's 17 minutes left. It's only at the 1.3 million, but by the time it hits the last minute, it probably have gotten a lot more bids, but you can assume it's going to sell for a price relatively similar to that. Now normally, due to the recent influx of people who are money glitching, not many people are actually desiring cars like this, but usually when you wait for this to settle down or get patched, there'll be a lot of people who are selling Bugatti Veyrons like this and actually putting them in, and if you buy them for less than 2 million, like buyout, then you can resell them for 2.5 and flip it for an easy 20%-ish profit. So something I recommend doing is actually going to an advanced search by clicking X, and if I go on Bugatti Veyron, if there's a lot of them in the auction house and it takes a while to scroll through, just go max buyout or max buyout and just go 2 million. So it'll only show cars with 2 million and below buyout, so you're not wasting your time. Obviously there'll be none right now, but assuming that it's actually, the auction house is pretty populous, depending on when you're doing it, there should be a decent amount. Now there's going to be another method that involves skill points. This is just to me, to people who don't know about this. A decent amount of people do, but you're essentially going to be looking for Triumph, Spitfires, and basically you just go ahead and get one. You try and snipe one for a bit cheaper, and you look for ones that are completely stock. So this one's probably got a decent amount of luck with this one. If you go ahead and buy it out, I'll show you what to do after this. So buyout successful, I can collect the car, and I'll just show you that you can try and use the car mastery perk to actually redeem some credits through this. So if you're relatively new to the game, this is a method I recommend doing. It takes around, I think, 19 skill points, and you essentially put in 2,000 credits or 20,000 credits to buy it out, and you can get 200,000 credits back from the ability. and of course it's pretty simple to do. The only reason it's not that effective is because it requires skill points, which so it's not completely free, and the fact that sometimes the actual skill ability, the car mastery ability, is used on those ones in the auction house, so you never really know for sure. As you can see, I'm on the Triumph Spitfire, and your upgrades and tuning to go over the car mastery. And as you can see up the top, just by here, you can see 200,000 credits, and it costs a reasonable amount of skill points to get to it. And as you can see, I've got a decent amount of skill points, so I should be able to do this. I'm not going to show me doing it on screen because it's not necessary, but you guys see what you do. So essentially, it's upgrade the whole path all the way up there, and yeah, it's pretty simple to do so, guys. So yeah, get easy 200,000 credits, and now I'm going to be moving into sniping more rare cars. So this was this was a method that was really effective before the Mostler came out and the auction house was flooded with Moslers, but sometimes you can actually still use this kind of method to actually try and snipe some rare cars. So this is deprived of searching for prize cars, which means a car that's from a wheel spin or a Forza-thon event or a championship event that you can't actually go ahead and buy these cars off the dealership or the marketplace. You have to buy them specifically or unlock them specifically in these prize car events, and you're essentially going to go US and rear wheel drive. And before the Mostler came out, these were flooded with always rare cars, and you could essentially snipe them. But now that it's covered in Mostlers, I decided to go, I'm just going to show you as an example, that it's essentially, I use this to get an idea of what cars I want to snipe, so I can make a list and look for some to snipe and start rotating through there. So rear wheel drive, I'm just going to go on a minimum buyout of 10 million, and you'll see a bunch of people who are trying to sell these kind of cars for over like a few million, like 20 million-ish. They'll have a buyout of reasonably high price. It's actually not on the auction house right now, so clearly there's quite high demand for those, considering there's a large influx of people with credits. But normally the kind of cars you can expect to get from that is like, I'll show you some, for example, the Ford Crown Victoria, cars like that have a very high buyout price. And that's the primary way of actually sniping them. So as you can see, this Crown Victoria, this would probably be able to sell for 20 million credits easily. I just need to actually be able to get the tuning level 5 to actually be able to get that by getting 50,000 community downloads. And if you guys want to know how to do that, I've made another video on that before, so just go ahead and look at my channel. I have to go pretty in depth on that for you to understand it properly, but essentially those could easily sell for 20 million. That's the main point that I'm trying to say. So those are the kind of cars that I recommend getting, but now I want to go into pre-order edition cars. So for example, the Porsche 911 GT3 RS or the Porsche pre-order edition car, it's probably one of the most highly demanded pre-order edition cars because of the actual performance characteristics that it actually has. Now, the only negative side to trying to snipe this is the fact that it's actually riddled with people using macros or botters to actually snipe this. So if you're looking to get a car like this, as soon as it goes on the auction house by the seller, it almost instantaneously gets bought out by someone using a macro or bot. So if you're going to try and get Forza edition cars, ones that are quite common to be able to snipe are Aston Martin pre-order editions. And as you can see, obviously I didn't expect them to be any on. It's going to take quite a while for you to actually find one, but it's cars like that that are most frequently on the auction house. So if you go to Ford, also like the Ford, I'll show you Ford Focus pre-order edition. This is a car that's relatively popular, and I'll show you another one. The Mercedes and the Nissan are also both quite popular. The Nissan GT is quite, by popular I mean there's a relatively high amount of people that actually list them on, so there's a decent chance of you trying to be able to being able to snipe them. Unlike the Porsche, where there's not many people who snipe it, not many people even list them, let alone you being able to have a chance of getting them, considering people use bots and etc. Unfair play to get them. So as you can see, if I go and look for the Nissan GTR pre-order edition, it's still loading, but yeah, I don't expect any to be on. It takes a while, so I essentially recommend just going through that list of cars and trying to find some. So if I go to my garage, I'll show you some other rare ones I have. One of those being the Ford Capri. So basically, if you guys have a lot of credits and you're looking to buy cars like this, I recommend going in my Discord and asking people, as that's a good way to do it. Just asking people to privately buy them, so as soon as they list them, you can instantly get a chance of being able to buy them without having to spend a lot of time doing that. But essentially, I've showed you all the basics on how this works, so how to actually go ahead and get a good technique at sniping it, I guess you can say, and to have the right rhythm and know what you're doing, and know how to efficiently use advanced search and auction house. So now you just need to apply this. It'll obviously take time, and it'll obviously be a bit of a grind to actually try and get this working, but once you get a few, the satisfaction is quite overwhelming. So I'm just going to show you this last car I'm going to show in the video. This is the Ford Capri Forza edition. Cars like that are definitely worth your time sniping. So guys, that's going to be about this video. If you did like the video, make sure to subscribe with notifications on, and smash the like button. Comment any feedback you have for suggestions for future videos, and make sure to join my Discord where you can communicate with me, other people, and ask them any questions or inquiries you have about Forza Horizon 4 in general. So guys, that's going to be about it for this video. If you have anything you'd like me to add on when it comes to auction house sniping, maybe a future video, also comment them down below guys. So that's going to be about it. Good luck with your auction house sniping, and thanks for watching.